Good day, everyone. I'm here again. New life, new us, new us, new life. Everyone deserves a good life. Let us stand and prevail. We shall be one and nothing. Human equilibrium will reign. We are one and we shall prevail to attain human equilibrium is our goal. Human equilibrium is about personal stability and breakthrough in life. So let's begin. I'll log in to my Visual Studio Code. I'll launch my Visual Studio Code. Yes. So this is the folder Anitra, Ani for short, animation, Tra for short, translation. Then we are going to be working in our file index.html. So doc type. I'm going to name the title of my work button animation. Button animation. So in my body, I'm going to have a button that will be having over me. Yes. So now I'm going to style this button that will have a style of an animation which includes transition. When you hover over the button, it gives you a transform of 1.1 scale 1.1, thereby increasing the size forward. You understand what I'm talking about when we practicalize it. So I'll go into my head and it creates a style tag, and inside this my style tag I'm going to have a button style. So the first style I'm going to give it is what? A padding of 10 pixel and 20 pixel. So now let's save and let's go live to see. Let's go live to see here. So you can see over me, right? You can see the button over here. So now those write-ups you saw are just write-ups explaining what we are going to do here. So let me try and Ctrl X. Let me try and remove them so that you won't be seeing them again in the browser. Ctrl S, you save, then we go back to the browser. Yeah, you can see they are gone already. So now you see hover me. So now the styling, we're giving it a padding of 10 and 20 pixel. So as you can see, padding of 10 and 20 pixel. So that is the padding left and padding right, so that it will, and padding top and padding. So the padding 10 pixel is for the top and bottom, while the padding 20 pixel is for the what? Left and right. So the next thing we are going to style, we are going to give it is a font size of 1 em, so that they will hover me right up in the will be more bigger in size. So let's go and check it. We save and launch. Sorry, let me plug my system, my battery is getting low. Yeah. So now we're giving it a font size of 1 em. So let's save and go to our development our browser. So you can see it's looking more. What we mean by em, so that it means the text should take the size of what the button, as you can see, once we used 1 em, once the size of the write-up over me increased, it increased along it increased along with what the button. That's what the em signifies. Moving along, what increasing in size, taking the size of what the body, or increasing in size along with the body. So the next thing we're going to be doing here is what, giving it a background color of what, light coral. So let's save and go back to check. Sorry, we didn't save. Let's save. As you can see, as you can see, we now have a background of what over me. So now the next style we are going to give it is a color of what, white. A color of white, so that the text inside will be white. We will have a what, white color. So let's save, go back. As you can see, yes, it's having a what, color of white for the text. So now I think for it to be more easier, let's bring this here and sorry, and let's reduce, yes. So the next thing, yes, so now the next thing we're going to be doing is to give it a border of none, so that it will automatically remove the border. So when you save, you see there's no longer any border on the button. Before, you see, when you remove this border none, you see it's having a border of what, black, automatically, without you giving it a border. But when you give it a border of what, border of none, it's removing any form of what, borderline on the button. So when you save, you see it's gone. So what we'll give it, a cursor pointer. So this cursor pointer means when you hover, it gives you a what, a pointer as the cursor. So what we'll be doing next is to use our transition. And transition, we have what, a transform of what, 0.3 seconds. 0.3 seconds. So now let's save this and see what effect it has. You see, this, it won't have effect now, but we are doing it so that once you hover, it will have the transform will be effective when in the hover button. We'll look at that, but let's first finish this. We are going to give it a background color. We're going to give it a background color of 0.3 seconds too. So after this, we are going to create a button hover. and inside this hover we are going to create a what transform, and the transform will be what 1 point scale. We have a scale of what 1.1, and we have a background color of what a background color of I think we should give it a background color of light coral. No, not light coral. I've already given it light coral. Let's give it a background color of crimson. Yes, crimson. So now let's save. Ctrl S and go to our development. And you see when you hover, you see the transition, right? This is what we call animation. So you see the transition, right? So when you, let's remove this, Ctrl X. When you save and you go back to hover, you can see it doesn't have any effect yet, but when you put it back, yes, so but when you put it back, Ctrl V, transform, scale 1.1. So you see, once you put this transform scale 1.1, you're not trying to tell you that in the transition, you know, we already have transform of 0.3 seconds and background color of 0.3. So you are trying to give it an information that, okay, I'm going to create a hover, and the hover will have a transform of scale 1.1, which will be tapping from what the transition, having a transform of what 0.3 seconds. So I hope you get what I'm saying. Once you save now and you come here and hover, you see the transition now works, giving you if can you see? So now let me show you what I was, we're done with this. So let me show you what what I would do is I want to show you all those explanation stuff. Yes, so this is where I'm coming to. We are done with our coding, so I hope you understand what we just did. So you can see the padding of 10 to 20 pixel adds space inside the button, 10 pixel top and bottom like I explained, and 20 pixel what left and right. And the font size 1em sets the text size to what 1em relative to the parent font size. Exactly, that's the parent font size, taking the size of the whole adjusting the size together with the background. Set the button's background color to light coral. Okay, yes, this border none. So now for the border none, it removes the default border exactly. Color white changes the text color to white, yes, as explained. Then then we have a cursor pointer we've talked about. Then the transition transform 0.3 and the background color 0.3. You see that background color 0.3, it will make the button, you can see is blur. When you don't over it yet, you can see how blur it is, right? So you are reducing the opacity. That's the brightness of the color. That's why you see it's looking somehow bold, like as if it's not really clear. But when you, so that's what it's talking about. Then animate transition changes the mouse transition. Yes, animate changes in size. You can see animate changes in size, which is for the word transform, and the color background color over 0.3 seconds. That is, and the color, yes, background color over or 0.3 second. Then the button hover, this applies styles only when the user hover over the button exactly. Then the transform scale 1.1 increases the button size by what, 10%, makes it slightly bigger. Exactly, very true. Then we have the background color, which is so this is just mainly describing what our styling is what all about. And I get you watch my next video. Thank you for watching this, and I hope you learn a lot from this button animation. Thanks, and God bless you. Bye.